Event details. Shelter of fragrance and lilies. After bringing Mihir and Rashnu back to the Vorkasha Oasis, Sorush finally earned the approval of the Kavarina, gaining the Twin Horn Chaplet and becoming the Bloom Guard. But Zervin seems to have a few things to say about the responsibilities of such a position. Go to quest. Oh, this is not only you have to get to the area, but you have to like do the entire quest for this? Is this an event that's blocked by a world quest? Oh my. It'd be interesting to see how this one plays out for people who haven't done her quest. We'll see. We will see. Paimon's getting so used to how you look now. Paimon can't even remember what you looked at without the chaplet. Sorush? Paimon seems to recall the baldness on the top of your head and a haughty disposition. But Paimon didn't expect you to get the chaplet so easily, though it was mostly thanks to our help. Bah, mention the trifles of the past no more, pale floater. The thing of greatest importance, the reason why we are able to claim the chaplet so easily, was because I am Pari, worthy of the Trin-horned chaplet. Hence, everything fell into place as it was meant to be. Perhaps I was fated to bear this crown from the day of my birth. Bragging loudly, I see. Elder Zerwin, what brings you here? Just seeing if our next Bloom God is fulfilling her duties. Duties? Oh, did you think claiming such a title would bring you nothing but fame and fortune, Sorush? Impossible. I am no pari of rank ignorance. The duties I have not been neglected. Indeed, I have also performed the necessary feats to be worthy of my accolades. Though the flashing flame might steal your attention, a gradual trickle of enduring devotion may also be worthy of praise. Ugh. In the time you have spent away from us, there have been countless pari who have been unable to ever gain the title of Bloom God. Ooh, Pokemon. Let's test. Yeah, it works now. Okay. Okay, back. Okay, in the time you have spent away from us, there have been countless pari who, though unable to gain the title of Bloom God, still contribute to our greater community with quiet dignity. I thought you would perform some deeds that would prove your worthiness of the title of Bloom God. As it turns out, however, it seems you've just been idling about. Hey, saying she does nothing is going too far. Sorush is already pretty great. Right, Traveler? Sure is. I did not mean to neglect my duties. It's just that the responsibilities of a Bloom Guard weren't fully detailed by the Order of Skeptics. It is a pari tradition, after all. Trying to learn it from humans is pure folly. Though you have earned the approval of the Kavarina, you remain a young pari. In times like these, it is best to be direct and consult with me for guidance. Ask you for guidance directly, Elder? But no. The chaplet possesses a great deal of knowledge. I need only contemplate for a moment before I am greeted with answers. But Zervin's right there. She even said that if we have questions, she will answer. We don't even need to go hunting for details anymore. But Zervin is right there. She even said that if we have questions, she will answer. We don't even need to go hunting for details anymore. From Paimon and Traveler's deep adventuring experience, chances like this are pretty few. You better not be you'll regret not taking this opportunity. I doubt that my elder's sincerity. I doubt not my elder's sincerity. It's just, I heard the Order of Skeptics say that only the answers one finds themselves are worth any merit. Isn't that something someone else told you as well? The Orders of Skeptics can even consistently make mistakes in their own official documents. Yeah, when we went to find Rashnu, the truth was entirely different from what they had written down in their archives. They don't even know what's going on. Indeed. You offer truth in your insights. Yaspati and Pale Floater. I am no longer the Sorush from before. With the Kavarini's approval, I must act with maturity and live up to the title of Bloomguard. Zervan, Elder Zervan, what are the exact obligations that a Bloomguard must fulfill? I beg of you to enlighten me. Though I have been neglectful in the past, I will do my utmost now to remedy my failings. Whoa! Paimon didn't expect Sorush to be so obedient. What happened? Paimon feels a little touched. Well, your words give me confidence. The Bloomguard's duties are vast and may take days and nights to recall in their totality. However, considering you have spent far more time with the humans than those of your own kind, let's start with something simple. As for all those who bear the title of Bloomguard, extraordinary competence and keen insights are necessities. I've already prepared 6 training tasks, with 3 meant to test flying skills, and the other 3, well, they'll need Sorush to clear out some potential threats. This training sounds kind of familiar. Sounds familiar? It is familiar! Isn't it just something we do all the time? Enough talk, Pale Floater. As long as I successfully finish these missions, my elder must concede that I am worthy and prepared for the mantle of Bloomguard. Though it sounds simple, these are tests delivered unto me by my elder. I must unleash my fullest effort in dealing with them.
So simple, I'll get it done in a second.
I'm almost done with the scene. Can you wait for me to finish the scene? Very good, very good. Conveniently, Sorush's Vaspati and her companion are here. There is a task that you can help with her successfully complete. It is no hard matter, though, as you know, Sorush has been close with the Order of Skeptics and humans, while drifting further from the Pari traditions. I would like to ask you to serve as an audience and listen to Sorush recount the past, as Bloomguard should naturally be able to speak of historical events, yes? Of course. If all we need to do is hear Sorush tell a story, that does sound pretty simple. Then I leave this to you too. As for the training that Sorush must accomplish by herself, I will let her know momentarily. You two merely need to accompany her. Okay, what were you going to say?
First off, you just said it'll be easy in business.
Yes, I know. That's why I give her the voice that I do, because she speaks like that.
Mouse is dead.
I know, my mouse is dead. Don't need it right now.
Something that now Instagram Reels knows I like cats going ham as a video.
Yeah. Poor guy. He's awful spooked. That seems like a cat that
stick fell on him.
Yeah, it sounds like the kind of thing you wouldn't want to put a cucumber by him.
He has a little room to himself this food bowl and water bowl and like a bed and litter box, and he's just completely normal.
Yes.
The whole thing.
It's pretty funny. All right.
Water and food all over.
Okay,
the floor.
okay.
Litter
No.
everywhere.
All right, I'm gonna do my quest. Okay. All right.
Parts of the wall are falling off. Like.
Yes. So, is this even possible to do if you haven't done Sorush's quest? Does they get a different story if they do it before?
That's a good question. Might.
Like at least get her the helmet? That's like 5 or 6 hours of quest. Yeah. Just she's watching funny videos and
No, but I'm fucked.
her quest is not blocked by any other quests. You just have to go do it. You just have to do it. This is why I asked you to do your Genshin 3 hours ago, because I expected this. All right. In the Recollector's Path event, you must help Sorush follow Zervin's instructions to discover her role as Bloomguard. Oh, okay, you did the check-in. I don't have anything to go with that yet, but I will. When each stage of the Recollector's Path begins, Sorush must listen to Zervin's teaching, and then go to the specified site to undergo 2 trials, before engaging in a short summary after passing said trials. All right, go to the specified location.
急がなくてもいいのよ。
Seems like Zervin had this training mission all along. I guess Sorush was always going to have to do these. Yes, the sign the Elder has always favored me. Bear witness to my fabulous feats. Okay. During the Triangle trial, Sorush will need to use the Nidoran fruit and the curios scattered around nearby to pursue your uninvited guests. During the trial, Sorush can throw out an unlimited number of fruits. As these fruits hit different curios, various effects will be triggered, and that will affect the nearby uninvited guests. When the situation gets too cluttered, you can use analysis to summarize the specificities of the various curios and uninvited guests, and thus figure out a way to drive them off. All right. Expel the requisite number of opponents, destroy the requisite number of boxes and barrels, no more than 20 fruits thrown. Hilichurls shooters, enraged flower, rowdy bonfire, numbing barrel, piercing thorns, withered barrel, withered box. Okay. We don't have a time limit though. How do you go up and down? I can't remember. Okay, up and down. Up, 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 up. for certain something. We wouldn't use an ignited bonfire to attract their attention. If we could have them congregate, we might be able to send them running en masse. Light the expel the exquisite number of opponents, destroy the requisite number of boxes, no more than 20. Okay, leave trial. That's kind of clever little thing. And now we're supposed to go to the next place.
Yes. This was above. Yes. My. いざ。Story time. Okay. During the reinforced reminiscence trial, Sorush can use memory fragments to check important reminiscences. You must assist Sorush in finding the correct location to complete said reminiscences. Once you reach the correct location, use the memory fragment to match the reminiscence with the actual site in order to complete it. After the trial starts, the time will start ticking down. Once it finishes doing so, Sorush will receive a hint to help her find the correct location. Find the correct location to restore the reminiscences. We'll see what this deal is. Use memory fragments to view. I don't understand. Follow the memory and look for the correct location. Trial failed. Okay, what am I supposed to do? I need to find the memory. I'm a little lost. Okay, again, trial. We have to find the memory fragments, though. I don't know how to do that. Okay, just do this. I don't know what I'm supposed to be spotting. this up. That's all we do. Finding a location and then taking a picture, essentially. Okay. Is that the last stop for our first day? We're pretty familiar with this place, seeing how we've been here plenty of times.
If the pale floater is so confident, then why not swap roles with me? I will play the audience and you be the speaker.
Yeah, let's give that a try. Here comes Paimon. The place before us is covered with flowers and flowing water, is the Vorukasha Oasis. This place doesn't have a... Right. This place isn't infested with the demons of death and is home to the Pari. There are many Pari here. The best among them is called Zervan. Sorush, you were born here too, right? Though you were different from the other Pari. For example, while the other Pari only sound kind of weird when they speak, you sound really weird. You came from the same waters, but why is it that only you are so strange? Hey! Paimon's not lying. When you were speaking with the Order of Skeptics, your words were kind of weird. Well, the skeptics themselves sounded weird too, so there's that. Phew. Paimon thought all the other Pari were going to be exactly like you. In fact, Paimon was worried that until we found the Vorukasha Oasis and met Zervan. Then we found out it's only you were like, oh, how should Paimon put this? You have a particular way of speaking to the Order of Skeptics, right? Seems the Order of Skeptics had too much of an influence on her. I will not deny that. Seeing as that you have no objections, Paimon will keep going. There's a big stump in the Vorukasha Oasis. Pale Floater, you absolute... is it the Harspokim? In the Vorukasha Oasis? Man, these Pari names are mouthful. And it totally is a big stump, isn't it? Paimon remembers you saying that the stump is also a god, and that the Pari have a deep relationship with them. Though these are indeed the facts, letting the pale floater describe them would be too unflattering. I shall resume the role of speaker. All right, but Paimon thought she was making it easy to understand. Regardless, 500 years ago, and our great god gave all to quell the disaster afflicting this place. As such, all the Amatra here is the last gift from the divine. Nourished by the Amatra, the Haspokim and the Pari emerged. The eldest of the Pari, my elder, is Zervan. My birth came much later, so I was not a personal witness to those events. I heard my elder speak of it, but Elder Zervan clearly associated with the Order of Skeptics when they were first established. But after my birth, all contact seemed to be lost between them. Though my elder has long stated the importance of Pari traditions, she rarely mentions the past in detail when she speaks with me. Instead, it was the Order of Skeptics who enthusiastically shared the results of their historical research with me and approved of my wish to follow in the footsteps of the divine bird. So after all that, you slowly drifted away from the other Pari and learned your strange way of speaking from the Order of Skeptics. Oh, I suppose that can be seen as correct, objectively speaking. Sounds like a rebellious stage. A rebellious fate. I heard the humans in the Order of Skeptics mention something about this. They said that the researchers in the forest experience a Satyavada life or something like that.
is this rebellious phase a similar thing that humans progress through? Yeah, it sounds pretty familiar. Uh-oh. No, they're not the same thing at all. Generally, kids going through a rebellious phase will resist the care of their parents and try to assert their independence. That's what Paimon has heard anyways. Just like you did. My past has little to do with my present. Whatever can be said, I have now returned to the Vorkusha Oasis and earned the Kavarina's favor. You're amazing, Sorush. Never mind, Pale Floater. It seems nothing to be patronized by one as immature as you. That is all for today, Vaspati. Do you or the Pale Floater wish to ask anything? Speaking of, are the Pari and the Arnara related in any way? Why do you ask this? Because the Pari and the Arnara are both small, but are still capable of great things. You describe your adventures with the Amra and the other Arnara. How very important festival Utsava appears to be. I heard my elder mention it once, but only thought of it as a little more than a joyful gathering for the Arnara. But if the Arnar have their own day, why do we Pari possess nothing of equivalence? I must mention this to my elder. Why do you want a Pari festival? Is it because you can eat lots of tasty snacks during a festival? Of course not. The Pari festival should have humans offering their odes and songs to us, while I get to choose the best singer of the lot. That doesn't sound like a festival at all. Well, not for the attending humans anyways. It's more like a high-pressure competition. But it is an enjoyable celebration for me, yes. Hence, I believe my elder may also enjoy such an occasion. Perhaps. Servant is right. For Sorush to become a so-called Bloomguard, she might need a bit more training. Wow, I bet, Mackenzie, I bet all of that dialogue is only for people who've done the Arnara quest and completed her quest, yet the challenges are still there for everyone. I bet that that's literally like an Easter egg for people who've done the other quests. I'm almost certain it's an Easter egg for the people who've done the other quests. Like, all right, you did the Arnara quest. It's time to talk about Arnara. Oh, you did this. It's time to do that. I put money that when you play through this, you're going to get entirely different content, and it's going to be just going to be completely different. You're going to get a whole different story. That's kind of cool. I hope that's what happens. Like, it'd be interesting to see what if you haven't done both those quests? What kind of dialogues do you get then? And like, she won't have her hat. She won't, like, it'll just be different. It'll just be completely different. And like the relationship between her and Zervin won't be as developed, but it'll still be there because they have a pre-existing relationship. Sorush will still be more attached to the skeptics than she is in my world. It's completely different. It's a quest that's completely different. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. I can't wait. And we'll find out more tomorrow. What a thing this is.
これほど美しき景色を見れば。
All right. Withered vessel, hollowed mind. Go to quest. We have to quest for it. All right. The Recollector's Path. Wow, this is just all quests, isn't it? All right. Where am I supposed to go? All right. This way. Warm up my Sorush fast. I didn't have my green apple today. I'm a little congested.
眩しい日の光、鬱陶しいわね。
But
こ
I
んなん
was
じゃ居眠りも
watching
で
a
きない
video
じゃ
about
ない
how to reduce those pops and mouth noises that you get, and they're like the best thing you can do is eat a green apple before screen. I did that for the last 3 streams, but then I ran out of apples. So, oh goodness, the beautiful singing. All right, get ready for my Zervin voice as well. Okay, dude, I'm gonna do voices now. I'm in quest because I'm actually doing the quest. Okay, Noah, I'm doing voices and voicing stuff now. Okay, I'm in quests. All right.
It appears the first part of your training went well.
You could say so.
Yeah, maybe it was a bit too easy for Sorush. Ha! Then I look forward to seeing her coming performance. Oh, right. About listening to Sorush tell stories. It turned out that Sorush went through a rebellious phase. Speak no more of this. Ha! Anyhow, I have finally shed that stage of my life. The important thing is that I, with my vast party and the Pale Floater, recalled the history following the birth of the Pari and spoke of the familiars of the forest and the special festival. The fact that we, as Pari, do not have such a celebration of our own makes me troubled. Do you not feel the same way, Elder? If it were up to me, we should let humans attend the Pari festival and hear from them the praises they sing for the Pari. Afterward, I shall pick the best singer. To my knowledge, Festival Usava is not a day to be so willfully and wastefully spent. Paimon always thought Sorush's desire to get humans to record her deeds was different from the other Pari. Is this also the influence of the Order of Skeptics? That is the very reason why recalling and pondering the past is significant. Ha! Whatever happens, I look forward to seeing her coming performance.
Right. And now we go back to another location. Somewhere. All right, way over here. Oh, okay, so it's same general area, but the last one. All right. New thing. Maybe it's a race. Oh, there's one of those guys over there.
それ
So that's for refreshing.
痛がっちゃいない
First thing lower.
風を知れ。はっはっ。よーく見てろ。ふっせい。さあ来い。
捕まえた。どの目が出るかしら。はっ。ほっふっと。
I like those guys. They've got some good animations. Is that a rock pile? Hey, cool, it's a rock pile. Mora. All right, looks like wow, they're using the combat
急がなくてもいいのよ。
thing, but there we go. In intrepid impulse, Sorush must reach the destination within the time limit. The more time Sorush has left upon completion, and the more valiant Corollas she obtains, the higher your challenge score will be. During the trial, get close to glowing wreaths to borrow their power and to sprint forward over a certain distance and temporarily expand your collection AoE for valiant Corollas. Sleet Dross fruit also exist within the trials. After being hit by them, Sorush's vision will be briefly disrupted, and the time remaining on the trial will also decrease, resulting in a lower final score. dodge the dirty things, go through the rings. Got it. Oh, these things are a lot bigger than they were. Okay, that's fine. Yay, wee, that's fun. Okay, so that's like our warm up here. Okay, now we're into the more hard stuff. A little bit of dodging here. But we're still relatively two-dimensional, which is nice. I don't like it when it goes 3D, but they'll probably do that to us. All right. Smoked fruits are. There we go. Going good there. Almost there. Alright, stage 1 complete. Okay. 4485. Hopefully that's a good start. Okay. I'm probably going to have multiple stages. They usually do. Let's find out. Alright. Quest is complete. Stage 1 is complete. Oh, and then it's story time. Alright. Proceed to trial. Okay. Some more story. Okay. Hopefully it's the lower teleport waypoint that takes us where we want to go. Most likely, because this is like where the bony thing is. Yeah, it is. Alright. Quest time. Begin trial. Find the correct location to restore the reminiscence. Alright, so we're finding a perspective, is what we're doing. So we're finding a location to produce. Going to be a bit further back. No, that's too far. Oh, that's too far. Hot and cold, hot and cold. Alright, so pretty far back. Recollection. Now, and now we get story time. Wait, Paimon remembers this place. We've been here before. It does leave an impression. It sure scared Paimon pretty good. Paimon remembers that Sorush said this Ynet got sealed here because it was unlucky. Though, what does it have to do with Sorush's training? Huh, does Zerman actually mean to say, "Ha ha, behold Sorush, behold the fate of the unfortunate"? My elder is no pari of such idle nature. Back to the topic. Though I did not elaborate on the Ynet in detail when we passed through here earlier, the catastrophe that caused it should be familiar to you. The one that happened 500 years ago? Indeed. The Ynet must have been frozen in an instant. As it has been crystallized, its form remains in perpetuity. It is as if it would start burrowing through the earth again once unsealed. This moment will be frozen in time? Paimon doesn't want to end up like that. You say what happened to the Ynet happened in an instant? No, just thinking about it scares Paimon. I won't let it happen. Yeah, Paimon won't let something horrible happen to the traveler either. Then you should thank us, Pari. During those days of ruin, many species and races, including the Pari, gave their lives, sometimes even things more precious than their lives. Their sacrifices are why we are spared from facing the same irrevocable fate. And just so, as I was not there to witness the catastrophe, then this land faces danger once again. I must take action. Then, from what you're saying, this Wynet is even older than you are? Which should also make it your elder. However, it will not be returning to life. It has been sealed in its crystallized state for centuries. Perhaps the only fate that awaits it is gradual dissolution. With how severe the loss of life was during the catastrophe, the Wynet, like countless other unfortunate souls, were frozen at the moment the calamity struck. But many more suffered even graver fates than this poor fool before us, as they had already worn away beneath the grinding passage of time itself. To this day, nothing remains of them, not memory nor memorial. This one before us only lingers because of its immense size, and the fact that it has been hidden away in this cave from the glaring eye of the sun and lashing winds, thus the intactness of its condition. However, no being in this land can overcome time. Not even remains and husks will endure. One day, there will be nothing left of it either. That sounds kind of sad. Not having any trace that shows you lived once? The records left here by the humans should have something related to the Wynet. I presume such a thing is rare for humans, no? From what I heard my other elders say, aside from the Order of Skeptics, there were also researchers from the forests seeking inquiry. Though some humans believe that Sector Wynet is the completed state of quicksand eel, to hold such theories and assumptions make one worry for the contents recorded by these humans. That information's not reliable at all. Think, these records are obviously false, yet you still enthusiastic found a human to serve as your Vasapati. Maybe before this crystal is entirely corroded, the poems and odes dedicated to you will have changed beyond our recognition. Maybe the Bloomguard mentioned by the odes might not be the pink or cute, but instead have a rough and relatable exterior, and a mild and respectful personality, and act with rationality and calmness. That sounds like a lot like the ideal image of a guardian. But that sounds nothing like you, Sorush. Absolutely not. Wait. I believe I understand what my elder desires. She must be reminding me to find a better way to record my deeds. My elder does possess foresight indeed. I must offer her my deepest thanks. Paimon doesn't think she meant that. Alright, that's that.
悪くない芽が出たわ。今日も引き続きサボりましょう。調子が良くなってから 仕事を一気に終わらせるわよ。
That was really intense. That was some. I'm gonna say that was a little bit of sweat over there a few minutes ago. maybe get a towel and dry off. All right. Is that? And now we have to go back to Zervin because Zervin's gonna judge our effort. A lot of sweat over there. Tappity tappity tap. That's a good question, Mackenzie. Did you hear all that tappity 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 while I was doing the voices? Did you hear Noah's playing
どうやらまた
Minecraft?
新たな変数が
That's
現れ
really
たよ
the
うね。
judge. I'll check the recording too, but I'm very curious if it was audible. You didn't. Good. Okay. Yeah. So Mackenzie says she didn't hear all the tappity tappity, so no worries. You still should maybe take a chill pill. It's 11 o'clock and you got school in the morning. You don't hear that tappity tappity, Mackenzie? Right. Hopefully not. It's intense. There's some serious Minecraft tappity tappity over there. Nope. Okay, good. If my mic had been in the center of the room, you probably would have heard all that. So all the more reason for my mic setup to be where it is now. Very good. Very, very good. All right, back to Zervin.
Looks like you successfully completed your training.
Oh, we got it done, but
Sorush, after seeing that Chrysalis win it, she said that with real sincerity, that even though it had existed for centuries, one day it would still disappear without a trace. And then, immediately afterward, when we mentioned her odes might be distorted as well, her mood changed instantly. Oops. But of course, my deeds, I mean, the deeds of us Pari, should be eternal. How can such a thing be compared to which might part us into dust and ash? If something cannot be recorded properly, then there must be something wrong with the method. You wish to remind me of this fact, which is why you sent me to view the crystallized Wynet. Am I right, Elder Zervin? That's the way you see it. Interesting. Do you not? Do you care nothing for the renown of the Pari? If you're speaking of renown in the way humans understand it, not so much. Whatever you say, the present-day members of the Order of Skeptics are very dull. Of course, if there are more interesting individuals like the Traveler or Paimon, then it would be a different case entirely. Hee, a compliment from Zervin. Thanks, I appreciate the praise, Elder. Hold. You can't call her Elder. Sorush, there's no need to be stingy. Zervin is the eldest here. Sokas calling her Elder is reasonable, right? All right, enough idle chatter. If Sorush still thinks so highly of this human notion of renown, then the training that comes next might be just right. All right, I'll wait your good news. Go. Stage 3 is a fun event. I like it. Zervin might be my favorite new character at this point. I like Zervin a lot.
痛がっちゃいないよ。急がなくてもいいのよ。
風の行く先をそこだ。障害物クリア。
捕まえた。終わりね。撤収。
スキャン。 やっとせやっ
Kind of slow drive, but it's okay.
かかれ立ち去ってください。
風を知れふっ
いやと痛がっちゃいないよ。
There's still one left. I shoot
急がなくてもいいのよ。捕まえた。
Oh, welcome in, Raiders! Draco Starry High with the raid. Hello! Unwanted Hero 1988. Glad to see you. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Welcome in Noodles and Green Hornet. Oh, nice to see you, Green Hornet. It's been a few since I saw you. Glad to see you. I mean, yeah, because we were both in Pooh's earlier, but yeah, it's nice to see you. Well, welcome to our game. We are playing some Genshin Impact at the moment. I'm Weber. If you're new to me, I think some of you are. I am, I guess I would call myself like a JRPG, modern JRPG variety streamer. Currently playing a couple of games. Genshin Impact is my stable. So this is a Chinese gacha game that I've played a lot of. And then also been playing some Honkai Star Rail, which I said I wasn't going to stream, but I guess I'm streaming now. And I will be playing Zelda come Friday.
悪くない芽が出たわ。
Probably.
今日も引き続きサボりましょう。 調子が良くなってから仕事を一気に終わらせるわよ。
I probably won't be playing too much of the story, though I might have to. Zelda is going to be, let's build weird contraptions in the Zelda game. That's going to be those streams. So you can look forward to that. Hopefully watch your notifications for when I do my first, what can we build in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That'll be fun. Also stream Xenoblade. Actually, I haven't hit Xenoblade in a few days because I've been having some stuff. I missed some streams because of some computer issues. But also stream some Xenoblade 3. We're wrapping up the DLC for that. We might stream that today. Stick around. Usually after I'm done with my Genshin, or at least the last couple of streams, I throw up a poll.
この世を渡り歩くにはより多くの身分を持った方が便利なの。君にもいくつか作ってあげようか。
But I am in the middle of a quest, so I am going to continue that. We're going to do a challenge, and then there'll be some story. I'll do my best to do some voice acting for the story portion. I'm working on my voice acting, so that'll be fun. And I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for coming in. Appreciate the sticking around for Draco's raid, and thank you again for the raid, Draco. Appreciate it. First, we're going to do the trial here. All right, trial of uninvited guests. Trial objectives: expel the requisite number of opponents, destroy the requisite number of boxes and barrels. No more than 20 fruits are thrown. So this is going to be like a helicopter bombing type little scenario. They added this character, Sorush, to the story. And she's kind of cool. She like lets you fly around and do stuff, which is fun. Some rain on these guys. You can't attack the enemies directly, but you can attack their environment with the hope of like. Alright, yeah, they don't like it. both the edited down video that I made with Mackenzie was super fun. And then making those promo videos for Blade are super fun. I'm really enjoying it. Life has been good. Hoping to do more videos. Hopefully people will give me more clips if they don't want to make videos themselves. And Mackenzie made a more video. It's amazing. So that's cool too. And then those two. Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it. It's I put a lot of heart into that, and I'm glad that it paid off. Used to edit videos. Oh yeah, I would love to see some of your old work. Share them on the Discord. I'll check them out. You know, with the edits and stuff. Like, I'm a person that learns by just looking at what other people do and getting their ideas and learning how they do it, trying to study how they figured it out. Yeah, it's great that you did yours, Mackenzie. You did an awesome job. You had a great demo as well. So Noodles is going to make something for Green. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I saw he was streaming. I came in and apparently he had just finished it right as I joined. So I didn't actually get to see him play it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out too. And he's happy with it. And his girlfriend's also really happy with it, apparently. Because she was excited to be in his story, in his thing. Oh, you got DaVinci. Yeah, so a lot of people use DaVinci. And I probably should have learned DaVinci, but I went with a different product instead. Yeah, we're all making stuff for each other. We're all big, happy, supportive group, you know. Maybe even like a weird kind of family. So it's all cool. Yeah, you got so what I ended up getting Movavi, and I think it works similar to DaVinci. And then of course Mackenzie. So we have three different. Hey Blade, how's it going? You must have come in on the raid. Nice to hear from you. Or you just joined? No, you weren't in the raid. Maybe you were. Who knows? Yeah, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing good. That was a fun little dance party today in the middle of your Fortnite stream. That was a blast. Very cool. Had fun. I actually don't usually watch streams around that time, but my kid was doing a concert, and so I'm like, well, I got like an hour and a half to kill and I can't do anything else, might as well hop on Twitch. And I saw you were streaming. I was pretty happy to see you there, so that was cool. Vegas Pro. Oh wow, see, everyone's got a different editor. Like, I know that like the first, like, I think that D-Tune uses DaVinci, and I thought I was getting DaVinci, but I ended up getting Movavi anyhow. And maybe Movavi is bad, I don't know, but it does the job. I mean, I can't do like super cool effects, but I can get most of the things done that I want to do. And it was like $50, and it was a license that I can run it on as many computers as I want, as long as it's my family. So like, when I reinstalled it on my new computer. Oh, by the way, new computer next stream. I'll be running on my new computer next stream, which is very exciting. My kid is also able to install it on their computer and play around with editing as well. So that's pretty cool. Not everybody has a license like that, but it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, new computer is going to be an experience. Everyone's happy to see it. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad everyone loved it. So that's cool. And then, did Twitch ever accept the short version for the channel intro video? Oh, hello. Toki loves rice. Nice to see ya. You do get Q2 license with DaVinci. That's cool. It did work. Awesome. I was a little concerned about the music because YouTube is a lot more permissive about music than Twitch, because YouTube actually does it correctly. But I was hoping it would be fine. I don't know. So that's all good. We got rice and we got noodles. We're a regular Asian restaurant right now. Oh, Toki's awesome. Oh, nice to meet you, Toki. I am doing good. Yeah, we got We got to get some other Asian ingredients in our chat right now. I don't know. But yeah, nice to meet you, Toki. Maybe you've been in before, but it's been a while if it has. I don't remember. So Mackenzie has a real good site to find music. Got the music for your video from the same place you got your intro music. Share that with me. Music is a big thing. I had some ideas for like just using tracks I've captured from Genshin and stuff for my intro video, but it would be really awesome if I could get something cool. So yeah, I will check out that site that you mentioned for more digital millennial copyright act free music for my own, because music's super important. Awesome. So you met on Green Horns. Yeah, cool. I'm glad that you were able to come visit with me as well. Yes, we have the Pokemon timer, and it looks like Pikachu, Pika Pika. They even have a special El Barrow for Pikachu. Pika Pika Pikachu. I love it. But yeah, so there is a timer for the Pokemon community game over there. That's what that timer means. I haven't put the next spawn in text in like I promised the other day, but I will do that eventually. I've just been dealing with computer stuff lately. But yeah, you'll see which Pokemon it is. And like you can tell this is a male Pikachu. If it is a female Pikachu, it won't say anything in chat that it's male or female, but you can look at the GIF and the GIF will show you the exact variant it is. So if you see the little heart at the end of the tail, you know that's a girl Pikachu. This one's got a flat one, which means it's a boy Pikachu. Sorry, random Pokemon knowledge that I'm sure everyone knows by now. But, glad you can do that. Oh, and there's another thing about Pokemon community game that they just added. Can I tell you guys? It's so cool. Do ! Poke LP. If you do ! Poke, it has to be you that do it. It'll be different when I do it. So that is the Pokemon community game loyalty program. It's a new thing they added last week. So Poke LP. It keeps track of how many Pokemon you catch in every channel that you go to, and it's a different count. So like for instance here, Blade has caught a Pokemon in my channel. Mackenzie's caught a Pokemon channel, or 6 Pokemon in my channel. And if you get to the different thresholds, you get different things on that. So 5% more stone chance. The next one after that is, I believe, that the Mackenzies. Oh, that was brain. You get. Oh yeah, it's cool. You're still in that one. You get higher level Pokemon. There's a chance to catch higher level Pokemon, and then the next objective after that, you get rare candy. You have a chance to get rare candy, which is, of course, rare candy works the way that you'd expect. It just gives you free levels. And then finally, if you get up to level 4 in my stream, which is 1,000 Pokemon, you get an increased shiny chance. So I think and it's like 2 or 3%. So catch Pokemon in your favorite streams, stay active in chat, and that'll be fun. So new feature in the Pokemon community game, and that's locked to whichever stream you're in. So you catch stuff in Mackenzie's stream, you're going to get a level for Mackenzie's stream. You catch stuff in mine, you get stuff in mine. So there's what the community refers to as just generic world quests. So this character that's flying by my side here, Sorush, her whole deal is in an unvoiced quest. Now I've made up my own voices that she has, so I use her voice. I've decided this is what she sounds like. I'm going to do reading her in just a minute here. But there's also this character Jet, who's a really badass dual knife wielding Emerite girl. She has 2 whole quests. I've got them on my YouTube. I think it's like 12 to 13 hours each quest. No voice lines, but like twists and turns and lore, and that's where I learned all the lore of their world, was things like Jet's quest. And so those are the unvoiced quests. Those are the usually not required quests, but they are like, that's where you get like the real meat and potatoes of like what's going on in the world of Genshin Impact.
Yes.
And there's tons of those. Like there's hidden ones. There's ones that don't even have quest markers. Like there's one quest in Inazuma where you find a piece of paper and you take it to somebody and they give you a map, but it doesn't show up on your, they show you a pic. It's literally just a photo of an area, and you go to that area at a certain time of day and an event happens, and then you do it again. Then you go, the human being playing the game, goes to bed, and the game world resets at 3 a.m. And then you log in again and you go to the person who gave you the picture, and she gives you a different picture of a different location, and she doesn't tell you where it is. You go to that location and something happens there, and you do that for like a week, and then the actual hidden quest starts. It's so cool. Like they have so much like hidden stuff. Like, and that's why when I say like I've 100%ed it, like they hide that last 4 or 5 percentage points pretty well. Like you have to work for it. Yeah. But speaking of Sorush, who's one of this quest that they've decided to do an event to force everybody to meet her. So if you want to get the rewards to the event, you actually have to do her quest, which blindsided a lot of people, even blindsided the voice actresses that are working for they're like, what, I have to do this quest? Where is it? I don't even know what I'm doing. So anyhow, I'm going to wait for the Pokemon to spawn. I've been like, that's okay. I get people in here in chat and I ask them questions, and I just want to like talk about the game, like, because I love talking about the game. This guy here, Kabe, he's new. He's new to the story. He's a new character that's been released just this week. And ooh, I don't have one of those. See, this is why I needed to wait, because I need to catch the two-headed bird from the Pokemon community game. So Kabe got a whole event. It's still going right now, and it's like long. And that's all voiced. So the other thing that Genshin does is they have these events like this one. So once a patch, they'll have an event that's basically a limited time story quest, and it can be quite long, and it's usually fully voiced. It's got all the voice acting and stuff like that. And once the event is over, it's gone forever. And there's usually one of those per patch. And so here we are on 3.6. So there have been, let's say, I don't think there was one in the first version, but I think every version subsequently, there was a large voiced quest that was part of an event that contained information about the world and lore, like Wanderer. We met Wanderer in an event during, I think, 1.1 or 1.2. I think it was 1.1. You can watch it on YouTube, but you can't play it. It's gone. It's limited time story events. So like the first introduction to Wanderer came from a story event. And it was also a story event where you got a free Fischl. So it was also the first real Fischl event. Fischl doesn't have a hangout, but she's had not one, but 2 events dedicated to her. So there's that. And then I will say that they have a special event in their summer patch. So this is version 3.6. Version 3.8, which is going to come out in about 50 days-ish, they're going to do their summer event. Their summer event unlocks a whole area of the map. Oh, congrats on the catch. And the new area it's called the Golden Apple Archipelago. It's usually Pelago. It's about this big. It's about the same size as this. It's closed off except for in the summer. We only go in the summer. The actual landmass is usually different. Like some event will occur that will change how things are laid out, right? Some magical stuff will happen. Ooh, don't do that. Oh, no, what am I doing? Okay. So there'll be a landmass, and in that event, they will also feature usually 4 characters. Like last time it was Mona, Fischl, Kazuha, and the girl that everyone always forgets, Guitar Girl. I hate that I don't know her name. She's been in 2 events, and I still can always forget her name. So I'm gonna scroll to her when I get to her. Where is she? Something with an X. Oh gosh, why am I pulling a blank on her name? Where's Guitar Girl? Why is she she's hiding from me? Where is she? There she is. Xinyan. Always forget her name. So Xinyan, Kazuha, Mona, and Fischl. And there'll be major stories. It's like 4 times longer. It's usually for the whole duration of the patch. So you'll have the whole 42 days of the patch-ish. It usually doesn't start immediately. It's like 2 days into the patch it'll start to do it and experience it. They usually give you a free character for that, or maybe a free weapon. Lots and lots of primogems, lots of story and fun stuff like that. So keep that in mind if you're like just casually playing Genshin, is that the 3.8 will most likely bring back the Golden Apple Archipelago story, which is always super fun and it's amazing. And it's kind of like a summer tradition for Genshin Impact. And again, that's like 4 character stories usually in a single patch, and they're kind of intertwined into like this major story. It still has like the structure of the game in that you have voiced quests and you have unvoiced elements that kind of tie it all together, and there's like intrigue and mystery with that as well. So that's kind of how they do it in story. This is such an extremely story-driven game, Genshin Impact is. It's massively. And on that note, I should probably do the little voiced part here. And I gotta do this is story time with Sorush. Sorush is the little creature that's next to me. Oh, good morning, Mustang. Welcome in. I got me just in time when I'm gonna start doing my voicing of Sorush here. So sit back and enjoy my silly voices while I start the quest here. I'm glad to see you come in. All right. Well, we have to find the picture, but that's okay. That should be pretty easy to do. So we have to fly around and we have to find the picture. It's probably up. We're gonna say up. Don't know where it is. I'm gonna find the location that is featured in the hint. I don't know. So it looks like there's some spines, there's like some sort of entrance. I think the entrance is over there. We're definitely getting close. They've already started giving me the distance indicator. That's good. Oh. Yeah?
I've lost everything I had on my own.
Yeah. You lost? What do you mean by lost?
Visual base. My visuals have changed so much.
Oh, I see. You're gonna have to retrain your brain. All right, there's our point that we're supposed to take our picture from. And then we do this, and then we line it up. There we go. So now that's how it was before. And now that's done. And now story time. And now Paimon, Sorush, and the Traveler will have a little conversation. That's usually what happens here. All right. Hey, isn't this the place we passed looking for Mihir? I thought Mihir should be here right now, right? All those thorns, they should be Mihir's companions. They look pretty good. Speaking of which, they helped us a lot. Pale floater, did you forget that all that I have accomplished? No way. You might complain a lot, but you care a lot about your people, right? What did you do, Sorush? I can't seem to recall. Teasing Sorush. How can you be so forgetful, Vasapati? I punish you with the task of several more odes. Ha ha, Paimon knew it. You've got a big bark to go with your soft heart. Malicious slander. I was only here because I wished to earn the chaplet. If the elder hadn't made me come... Well, whatever you say, here's part of the reason you managed to claim the Twin Horn chaplet. Shouldn't you thank her for that at least? Her? Bah! Such a figure. One stained and still struggling thusly. I'd say she would only be worth any merit after another 10 cleansing pilgrimages.
10 is way too many. Wait a minute. On second thought, Paimon thinks it wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, the path isn't that long.
Yeah, maybe we can use it as an exercise every now and again. From the name, Paimon thought we would be walking for 10 days and nights. As it turns out, we didn't even need to go that far.
The shortest of this trail is making Paimon
suspicious.
If it was as long as the Oceanid's pilgrimage, then perhaps I would respect her. As it stands now, I can only state that the distance of the cleansing pilgrimage suits me here.
The Oceanid's pilgrimage?
After the catastrophe, a great number of Oceanids came from Fontaine to Sumeru, with the path they walked becoming their so-called holy path.
Strange. Why would the Oceanids need to come to Sumeru? Pilgrimage? A pilgrimage for what?
I only heard of such a thing from my elder. Though there have been Oceanids from Fontaine, I haven't truly looked into it.
Could it be for the Harstful Paris Vispokim? Right, Sorush said the Hari Vispokim was the god that let Pari be born. If honor's a big deal here, then the thing most deserving of it is definitely the Hari Vispokim. But what is the potential relationship between the Oceanids and the Hari Vispokim? Don't tell Paimon the Oceanids and Pari are alike. Distantly related? Looking at it carefully, Paimon's really beginning to see the resemblance.
We actually do have an Oceanid pet that we got from a previous event, limited time event pet character.
Haha, Paimon hasn't discovered any world-shaking secrets, has she?
Maybe a bit.
The slander flows from your lips again, pale floater. I know nothing of any Oceanid. You're probably right. Sorush did say that the distance Oceanids need to travel for their pilgrimage is far longer than Mihir's cleansing. But if that's true, does that mean the Oceanids are stronger than the Pari? Is Sorush admitting defeat? What? I didn't mean that. In all seriousness, the cleansing pilgrimage is not actually tied to distance. It's more of a symbolic affair, showcasing a rise and return to form. That sounds impressive, but
regardless, it is irrational to brush all Pari as lesser than the Oceanids, and not because of any bias I may or may not have regarding Mihir.
Speaking of which, why did Zervin say that the next part of the training was just right for Sorush? It doesn't look like anything special here. Also, Mihir's missing too. Though, if she was here, Sorush probably wouldn't talk to her properly either. They are pretty different in a lot of ways.
One is round and the other is prickly. Mihir's got spikes on it.
Yeah, but that's not what Paimon wanted to say.
That fool. If her existence and her efforts over these centuries are forgotten, then what was it all for?
Maybe that's the question Zervin wants Sorush to think about. Seems Sorush still needs some time.
And that is that. And that's all of the things for today for the path of the Recollector's path. We got this one, and then we get another one tomorrow, and then another one, and then another one. So we have 3 more steps to this lore fest of unvoiced quests. Hopefully everyone likes my Sorush voice. I've been working on it. But we're gonna have a little party with Sorush. We're gonna help Sorush with the next part of their journey. Because since I can do her quest, I better do her quest. So many people are having trouble getting to this quest. So let's get it done. Let's get her done. The Recollector's Path. After speaking to Mihir and the Oceanid, Sorush seems to be at a loss. Zervan's training has now progressed beyond its endpoint. Time for some training. Maybe I talk to Zervan first. Probably talk to Zervan first. We'll talk to Zervan.
雲一つなし。実に心地よい晴天よ。
Find my Zervan.
Without knowing, the training has progressed to its later half. How are things going?
You can say we're hitting our stride.
Though, when Sorush tells us stories, there really seems to be some self-reflection happening. Dialogue is a good way for Sorush to learn, especially as the people she's talking to are more interesting than those order of skeptics.
Elder, you are being arbitrary. The traveler is a remarkable Vesvati, but not all of the Order of Skeptics members are.
Perhaps they do have a momentary instances of virtue between sessions of flattery and deception. I see you still need convincing. We will let our witness, the traveler and Paimon, give a review regarding your performance. Of course, that is after you finish your recounting.
What's our challenge now? Let's find out.
風の流れる方へ。
Okay. This is a race. This is the right race. Difficulty attacking it. Fortunately, not too much in the up and down. I had trouble with this little helicopter. Getting my depth perception. Fortunately, pretty much in the lane right now. Much in the way of altitude goes. Hardball, really. I don't know how I could have gotten a better score, maybe like 1 second faster. Now time for stories. Story time.
雲一つなし。実に心地よい晴天よ。
They're gonna give me the instructions again because they don't know what I've done. Very close. It's so quiet. No one's here. Even if Rashnu was here, it should still be quite quiet. Yeah, but if she was here, we would need to talk softer. She always has that sleepy look on her face, and she didn't seem too happy when we woke her using the Kori drums. Paimon heard that the quieter someone is, the worse it gets when they get angry. Who knows what Rashnu is like when she's enraged? Then, should that be true, my Vasapati is the one we should fear the most, yes? Paimon knows her the best. Though the Traveler isn't one for talking, she's still super nice, right? I'm about to get really mad. Roar! See? Not scary at all. Very well. Let us refocus. As you behold, this tree is called Barsong, and Rashnu is its familiar, though she is absent right now. And nothing. There's nothing more to say of Rashnu and the Barsong. Feels like you're hiding something. Right about the Kori drums. Hiding? Absurd. As for the drums, haven't you already seen them in use? Speaking of which, Paimon remembers Rashnu saying that she's the only one who threw the Kori drums elsewhere. That really surprised Najuna. If Paimon recalls, you were really nervous then and didn't respond to Nasjuna's questioning. The way it looks now, the Order of Skeptic archives were really off the mark. Though playing the drums did wake Rashnu. Paimon seems to understand why Zerman doesn't want to trust the Order of the Skeptics. Think, Sorush, did they really help? The clues they gave are half-truths at best. The current generation of the Order of Skeptics indeed does have some lacking members, but like a tree, no matter how many leaves flourish, there will always be some that are shriveled and dry. Once these dry leaves break and scatter, those that remain, they will be the ones that can be relied upon. Yes. How did the Order of Skeptics become like this? I also want to know that. Is it because I have been with the Order of Skeptics too long that I grew unable to discern their gradual changes? Only when I began to speak with you and the other outsiders did I realize that the Order of Skeptics had changed. It has been a few hundred years. Besides, their name being the same, they must have cycled through a few generations of different members already. Will the fame I seek, the fame I wish for the Vasapati to eulogize for me, also erode into this? With everything changed, carrying only a hollow title for others to recall. Is that what my elder wishes that I learn? No, it shouldn't be, but there's no need to get down. Maybe Zervan didn't mean that. Seeing Sorush so depressed makes Paimon feel like she did something wrong. Maybe we should have Zervan cheer her up. Alright, now we have growing depression. Shall see. We'll see tomorrow what happens next. Hopefully Sorush doesn't get continuously bummed out. Definitely it's good that Sorush has got someone to talk to. It's important to have someone to talk to. But at the same time, I feel bad for this poor little spirit here. Seems like her whole world is gradually being deconstructed in front of her. It's pretty harsh for her. Go Let's linger. We're talking with Zervin. Zeruvin.
Oh, Sorush, you appear weary. Did you find an obstacle to your progress? Should we call it an obstacle or more of a sense of confusion?
You count what we said during the talk with Sorush to Servant.
I see. However, the records of humans deviating from actual reality isn't anything new. They are forgetful and prejudiced people, after all. Considering how vast and complex the affairs of this world generally are, observers might be able to get an overview of the major details, but not be able to grasp the minutiae. Those present during said affairs might be direct witnesses, but still find themselves unable to move beyond their personal subjectivity.
Oh, that doesn't feel very comforting.
Oh, so you wish for me to provide some warm words to place it, Sorush? Did you forget that this is part of her training?
Oh, welcome in and thank you for the follow. Hi, I'm Brody. I'm doing an earlier morning stream today. Getting through the event with Sorush here. Thanks for being in here.
To be able to overcome problems by oneself. That's the point of training, right? Paimon guesses that makes sense. If Sorush can't meet this task successfully, then all that can be said is that she is unworthy of being the title of Bloomguard, and that will not be able to bear the weight of the Twin-Horn Chaplet. And when the time comes, gentle as though I am right now, I can only do what must be done, no matter how cruel.
Wait. You'll take my chaplet from me?
As for the punishment for failure, I suppose you will discover that yourself, should you truly fail.
If Sorush doesn't want to be bald, she better try extra hard now. Alright, let's try this challenge. Is it here? Okay, it's here. Combat themed one. During the tranquil trial, Sorush will need to use the narrator and fruit and the curio scattered nearby to pursue your uninvited guests. Trial, Sorush can throw out an unlimited number of fruits. As his fruits hit different curios, various effects will be triggered that will affect the nearby uninvited guests. When the situation gets too cluttered, you can use your analysis to summarize the specialties of various curios and uninvited guests, and thus figure out a way to drive them up. Fortunately, it's not difficult. It's just a puzzle. taken care of. Sorry, I had to mute the microphone for the kid, but I'm back now. Challenges for that. State of mind evolves, one can experience certain flashes of insight, epiphanies from commonplace sights. So let's go to the trial. Like the camp where the camp, the skeptics. What to say about it? It has been a long and familiar sight for me, but now I feel only conflicted thinking about it.
Huh? On the bright side, this maybe means Sorush has matured?
I know not if this is growth or a decline instead.
Cheer up, Sorush. It's not like you to get so down. Right, since we're already here, why don't you tell us about the early history of the Order of Skeptics? Although things are the way they are now, there must have been a point to their establishment, right? Otherwise, Zervin wouldn't have helped them, and you wouldn't have been drawn to them.
Very well. If you wish to listen, I will speak. However, you must know that my birth came after the Order of Skeptics was formed. What happened prior is but hearsay to me as well. It was said that before all that transpired, there were some of absolute purity and virtue who attempted to spread the word that the catastrophe was imminent. But carrying a message does not halt the coming of ruin. Soon, darkness washed over the lands, rolling tides, drowning all that lived in fear. Just as we saw in the Sekhet Wenet, even the strongest creatures were crystallized, perishing during the event. Comparatively, with how soft and weak humans are, their resulting scourging cannot be considered a personal failing. But some individuals arrived, rushing into the maelstrom that was the calamity. Were these people the first of the Order of Skeptics? Indeed. Their leader, Narjaruna, he was once a researcher who worked in the depths of the woods, but he put roots down here to help alleviate the aftershocks of the catastrophe. Yes, and there was another one with golden hair. Though my elders spoke little of him, he should count as an interesting individual, I think. It's a real shame that he only lived a few hundred years ago. If he was still here, Paimon would love to see him meet the Traveler. Then we can see who's more interesting. Well, my victory is assured. Following this, after my birth, the after effects of the catastrophe stabilized. So Sorush had nothing to do with it then? Not entirely. As the filth will never be fully eradicated, it's just that noble sacrifices like the one made by the divine bird, Smurg, were no longer needed. What's more, such duties have already been performed by Mihir, Rashnu, and other Pari preceding me. After Nagarjuna, the elder, slowly broke off contact with the Order of Skeptics. However, the skeptics themselves remained ever interested in us Pari. But I suppose this is nothing strange. To them, after all, we Pari are heroes worthy of songs and odes. The strong feelings of admiration we inspire are more than deserved. During that time, I often heard them loudly singing their poems and odes, and with the passing of time, the scenes of the divine bird sacrifices grew ever more vivid. Yet, my elder treats as if it's just a paltry thing. It sounds like Sorush got buttered up by honeyed words. What? No, impossible. I clearly wanted to imitate the divine bird because I was moved by its passion and will. The only reason why I associated with the Order of Skeptics was because they would tell me about the happenings of years past. Oh, of course. It wasn't like they didn't heap on an appropriate amount of praise on me. It's the same story, but told in an exaggerated way to get people's attention. Even Paimon likes listening to exciting stories. Oh, but their intention was to record actual history, then they definitely did something wrong. Indeed, regardless if it is I or the humans of the Orders of Skeptics, those who condition themselves to accept hyperbole as ordinary will see themselves become like this. The Order of Skeptics archives were no longer simple, truthful records. Instead, they were filled with all manner of embellishment of subjective opinions. And unknowingly, I began to put renown beyond action itself. Looks like you finally get it. She seems more energetic than she was when she came here. Isn't that a good thing? Now Dervin won't be asked to take the chaplet, will she? Your training is almost at its end. You'll definitely win Zervin's approval. Now we do the next one, and that will be the conclusion, because I skipped it last night. Because I wasn't streaming Genshin last night, I was streaming Tears of the Kingdom. Apprehensively, but still streaming Tears of the Kingdom. Alright, let's talk to Zervin again. We're almost complete. You look much happier than when we last spoke. Seems things have gone well. From what I've learned doing these tasks, I've grown. For now, you are worthy of being called a Bloomguard. No, not yet. There's still a final portion of the task that I need to complete. Until all the tasks are done, until your respect is earned, I am not finished. Only then can the Twin Horn Chaplet truly belong to me. Oh, looks like you're actually beyond your rebellious phase after all, just as it was claimed. Elder, you still remember that? Forget, I beg of you.
Regardless, it is good to see your spirits have returned. Traveler, Paimon, please be a witness to the truth of whether Sorush is worthy of the Twin Horn Chaplet. Then I will await you at the end. See you soon. How best to get there? I have to do some climbing. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, there wasn't. We have ways. We have our ways to do this. Pretty good time. Recollection. I got the narration part of it done, but I can do some family talk. Alright.
some vegetation. All success. I'm gonna do this. The Tangi Hollow from before, the epicenter of the disaster of years past. Wow, Paimon didn't think Sorush would really be able to extinguish the sign of Aposia and solve the trouble happening here. Extinguishing the sign of wrong voice. Extinguishing the sign of Aphosia is but the duty of a bloom god. Sorush only did as she should. It was all thanks to Nahir and Rashid's help. Yeah, and we put in plenty of work too. Splendid! It's so nice of you, my Vasapati and the Pale Floater, to look beyond the person of greatest importance, me. Well, Sorush's arrogance just make its grand return. Why do both of you still harbor such doubt in me after our time together? My pride has never been born of blind arrogance. You should be well aware that I fully understand my past mistakes. Before, I placed reputation above action, but now, as I have learned, this is an act of purest neglect. Just as Smurg became the divine bird through her sacrifice, I will become the bloom god by my deeds and hear my name rightfully sung in praise of my service. Additionally, I have completed all the assignments you have given me, Elder. Now, even you must admit that I am one worthy of the title of bloom god, worthy of the twinned horn chaplet. I indeed have no objection to the choice made by the Cavarina. Huh? What? Did you expect me to object? No, I did not expect you to agree so easily, Elder. I expected a few words at least. I'm not really so vicious. About the responsibilities of Bloomguard, I did not actually gain any knowledge from the chaplet. Is this because I still do not embody the traits of the Bloom God fully? Do I still lack training? For this, the title of Bloom God might be inherited, but the duties are always variable. I see. To state it simply, there are no fixed rules, and even more, there are no specific judging standards. Usually the Cavarina's choice is final. So you're saying I will not be taking the twin horn chaplet from you. Now you don't have to worry about the top of your head getting cold. Missing the point. I understand. This must be part of the test. Seems like Sorush is having an epiphany. You are a forgetful one, Pale Floater. I just said it. To pass these tests, besides competence and observation, the most important thing is understanding my past mistakes. Even if the outcome was already determined, would it not be retreading the path of Flawley if I cast aside all that I have learned during training? So, I think this must be the last test my elder has left for me.
To a worthy bloom god, this is but a simple task. This is a sign of your complete trust in me, Elder. I didn't expect to see you to see right through me. The Cavalrina chose well. But your changes, I suppose the traveler in Paimon bears some credit for that. Indeed, my esteemed Vasapati and the Pale Floater are both beings of merit. Though I wish to say that I was poked enough alone, I think truly that only with their aid could I extinguish the sign of Ephosia. I didn't think that in such a short time Sorush would become so responsible. Of course, as long as I hold my responsibilities close to heart, then my elder need not worry for my sake. Paimon thinks that Zervan might have planned this, but seeing Sorush this happy, Paimon can't really complain. And quest complete. Sorush has earned her place as the
この世を渡り歩くにはより多くの身分を持った